All right. Welcome, hustlers and marks. This is Brian Ruley here on the Moth-like channel. This is Thursday night 8-ball. BCA Metro League in La Mesa, California at On Cue. Tonight's match is a race to 9, and we have Mike Holt playing Chris Seawood. Mike spotted a solid and a stripe on the break and is analyzing the table. If anybody's already on board on the chat, give a thumbs up, say hi. Let us know where you're at, where you're watching from. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Okay, table is still open. One stripe, one solid down. Chris Seawood. Not much for openers here. Not much at all, actually. Maybe looking at the 11-6 combo. Or can he cut the 14? I think he can cut the 14. I think he can see the 14 just fine. No, he's going 12 in the side. So I hear Chris is one hell of a karaoke singer. The team that Chris is on is the Full Circle Saloon, who has karaoke I think every Wednesday and Thursday night, maybe even more than that during the week. But Chris has been known to get up and rock the mic on occasion in between pool matches. Calling a safe. I think Mike can see the 6 ball for the side pocket to get out into the table, but looks like he'll go 6 in the side. He's going to maybe play safe here. He's just going to open up his solids and hold for safe. Stop shot. Yeah, good shot. Opened up his balls. Very productive safe. Nice attempt there by Chris. Nothing easy here for Mike. I think he's going to cut the 7 in the side. I don't think the 6 passes the 8. If it does, it's a really tight pocket and blind corner. Oh, I'm sorry, he's shooting the 4 on the side. I think he's got just enough angle to, well, I don't think he can hold on the 6 for the 7 on the opposite side. Cue ball's a little close to the rail. He'd have to really dig into the shot. Might just float forward, play the 1 in the upper left. Considering drawing back on the 3 ball, play the short side of the 5 or the 1 ball in the upper right corner. It's not a bad choice here. The 3 ball would be hard to get on later with the 10 being where it is. Chris Seawood back to the table. Still a tricky out. A 6-7 is a little bit tied up and clustered. Mike wanted to come out more on that. I think he wanted to come out, play the 1, but missed that opportunity. Now he's looking at the backwards cut combo here for the 6 on the side. Gonna have to play this with a bit of a stun style shot here to avoid the scratch. He's not gonna scratch anyway. Okay. Looking pretty good now. Just gonna slide down the center of the table here with this angle. Oh, came right at it, got a little close to it. This makes it a little bit trickier. He can still get there, but it's a little tricky. Can't stun into the side. Gonna draw back. He's gonna have a steep angle on the 8. Meanwhile, Fran sitting next to me here, rocking out to some Creedence Clearwater, having an egg salad sandwich. Living the good life.
You're always hungry, you want half?
What's that?
You're always hungry, you want half?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you, though. Yeah, thank you. All right, center table shape here. Just make sure you clear that 11 ball. Don't let the 11 ball trap you. Just stay on the left side of the table, actually. Come up to the center, left side.
Next week I'm going to get me one of those salads. Next time I'm home I should say.
Just like that. Nice shot.
But I had to pick out a half a sandwich. I haven't been in there. I've only been in there for one. Well, I like this crowd.
And there we go. We're on the board at 1-0. Brian Ruley's up next. And who's up next? Brian and me and Oliver. And Oliver.
Hello there, folks. This is Mike Holt in the box. Just finished my game. Managed to get another chance at the end after a couple of mistakes. Still a bit nervy. But it can be when it's just a single rack. And suffice it to say, I got away with it, and we've got a 1-0 lead. Now we're second rack of the night. Of a total 16 racks to be played is between Brian Rulli and his opponent from Names with Notes, Oliver Craigan. Now you'll see that Oliver has a P next to his name rather than a Fargo rating. That's because he's new to the league and new to the BCA as well, so he doesn't yet have an established rating, but he will get one soon. Nice break there from Brian. Made a solid, I think it was the 6 ball. Might want to take the rack out there. Its cue ball is sitting on it. And I don't like playing when the cue ball's got to travel over any part of that rack, because it can cause a little deviation. We don't want that. But I think the cue ball's actually sitting on the rack itself, so might need a hand from Oliver in removing that. I'm just looking at the table though. He's got a choice of options. The easy starter is the 1 ball if he wants to take the solids. The 5's a bit congested, but so too is the 15 if he takes the stripes. Obviously the 9's sitting over the middle, so I think the 1 is the opener that I'd go for. The 2 is an ideal breakout ball, and he's got the 4 in the mix as well there, so he could actually, yeah, he's going to cut the 2 in and break them up now. I do like that play. If you've got a problem, deal with it straight away. That's my advice. And that's opened up beautifully. Really, really nicely done. He's consolidated the solids, and he's opened up the remaining 2 safe balls. Now it's about the pattern that you choose if you want to try and get out here. And I think, yeah, he's going for the 1 next, followed by the 7 ball. He needs an angle on the 7, however, because he's got to get up the table for the 5 and the 3. The easiest way to get up there, I think, is following the 7 ball forward off 2 rails. Middle bounce here. Yeah, so now if he puts top and right hand English on this, he should be able to hit that long rail about 2 diamonds up from this bottom left corner pocket. And then he needs to find a window either between the 14 and the 8 or the 8 and the 9. And he would have the 5 if he comes up short. He's going to collide with the 8. So that's not done him any favours, really. He can't see the 3, and the 5's very thin. But I think you've got to take this on with a lot of right-hand English. You've got to try and clip it in, throw it into the pocket, and get that right spin to bring the cue ball back above the 13. Yeah, it unfortunately caught it too thick. But quite fortunate, really, because that 8 ball was going straight towards the corner, the side pocket. So anyway, he's got 5 balls down, but what he has done, he's cleared up the table somewhat, so there are very few obstacles. There's certainly nothing in Oliver's way.
That's the worst place for an 8 ball to end up, in front of the side pocket.
So he's just having a look now, how do you go about this? But it is...
Makes it very accident prone.
it's just a question of minding your cue ball, really. Oh, but he's drawn back a long way there. I don't know if he played that. He's just come off the 9-foot table, though, and he's one of the regular Filipino players here in On Cue, and he's always on the 9-foot table. So I just don't think he's used to playing on the bar box. So he's played that, the sort of strength he might play on his 9-foot table, and he's found the top cushion. So he's still got a shot here, but he's has to play the 12 off the rail. And he's hit that too thick. So Brian has an opportunity now to steal. All he's got to do is make this 5. Just stroke it in. Nothing flash with the cue ball. Centre ball, rolling cue ball. You just want a little angle on the 3. Oh dear, dear, dear. Well, I didn't see that one coming. I'm a bit loath to play the very slow rolls on this table because I do find it's not the most trustworthy when you babying it the length of the table. You're kind of better playing a slightly firmer shot, bit more of a positive delivery. I found that I was practicing earlier with Wayne, and I tried a length of the table roll, and the ball was only 6 inches from the pocket, and by the time the cue ball got there, it travelled a quarter of a ball out of the way. So I think something like that might have happened. And also, if you put a tiny bit of spin on, left or right, it will definitely deviate played at that slow speed.
The softer you hit it, the more English it takes.
Yeah,
Even if you didn't mean to put it on.
I think if he's going to take the 9 ball, I'd be asking for someone to scrutinise that. But it's very close.
He did play safe off the 10.
Yeah, he's going for the 11 anyway, so he doesn't fancy the 9. Okay, now he's slightly off on the 12 and the 10. So I think the 14's his ball here. Looks pretty straight in the top right. And if he were to play that and just still stop the cue ball dead, he would have an angle on the 10 that he's looking at now, which he could use to break out the 9 whilst still staying on the 12. Hey Linda Perez, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Yeah, I think that's what his plan is here. I think he's finished a trifle thinner than ideal, but he's still got the angle to get into it. I think now he needs to put a little bit of backspin on the cue ball. Let's go.
12 and break the 9 out.
Yeah, I'd break it out myself off the 10, so he can come at the 9 from behind. If he
I thought it was safer to come off of this rail and touch it.
yeah, if he comes this side and touches it, he might knock it safe because the 5's blocking the hole. You see,
Oh yeah, no, just
you want to come from the side rail. I'd always use the 10. Needs a little bit of backspin though to make the angle work.
I saw it your way first, and I thought,
Yeah,
you have to really have confidence in your stroke.
yeah, he's playing the 13.
Oh, he did a big never mind, huh?
Well, he tried to break it out right there. That was obviously a breakout attempt. So are you playing tonight, Linda? You've got a game tonight?
Oh, they're not frozen. The 9 and the 5.
Oh no, I think there's a big gap between them. He's got an angle again here on the 10. Again, he needs backspin. So he's addressing very low on the cue ball. Got to be careful of the scratch. Yeah, there was a chance he could have scratched there. Now he's knocked the 9 safe and he's put the 5 over the pocket. I say safe, he can't really take the 9 from here. So he has to take the 12. And it's a crunch shot really, because if he makes this, you'd expect him to get out. But he's not on the 9, not at all. He's got an extremely thin cut in the top right. Yeah, he's struggling to get the speed of the table, if you've noticed. He overhit one shot, now he's underhit a couple of shots. Be interesting to see how he plays this.
And this isn't like rotation. You have to think what you're doing.
Exactly, yeah. No, he's missed that one. It was a blind pocket. It's never easy cutting a ball back in the blind pocket. So Brian had his reprieve. He just wants to play this. Just get the cue ball a few inches off the rail. There we go. I'd have wanted slightly more angle than that, but all he's got to do is avoid snookering himself behind the 9. Make the 3, of course. And now can just drop the 8 in, and he will have fought his way through and overcome some obstacles to win this one. There we go. So that's 2-0 to the Spin Doctors.
Yeah, I got pretty lucky. Got pretty lucky on that one. Yeah. Shooting that, I don't know what ball that was, the 3 or the 5 in the corner. I understroked that. I hit it with a high ball, and I hit it with a touch of English, and it just dogged it.
Because the speakers are all over there, if you switch it around so your microphone on
Gotcha.
that side might be better. 1-1-1. Okay, yeah, we just got the second headset going here. And so it's going to be Wayne Crow playing.
Oh, Linda's on the chat. Thank you, Linda. Good luck to the team here. We got 2 right now. Second one was pretty fortunate win, but we do have 2.
At the end of the day, Brian, you take good luck when it comes, because you get enough bad luck, and it's the same for all of us. And what it was interesting to say, I was just commenting during your game that Oliver, he's one of the Filipino players here who's in all the time playing on those 9-foot tables.
Yeah.
And the bar box is completely new to him.
Right.
So whilst he's really good at potting balls, potting, long potting and all that's no problem. You saw when he tried to draw a shot and he drew all the way back.
Yeah.
And a couple of shots where he's trying to just play slow rolls, he then underhit it.
Right.
But going back to your,
Miss.
the miss. I played a couple of shots. I think I played one last week as well. I tried to slow roll it, and I think you can't trust the table.
I slow rolled it with I had a high ball slow rolling it, and it's never good to slow roll with a high ball,
Nice break.
Unless the balls are close to each other.
Wow.
So
what a break that is from Wayne.
Yeah, that was a great break.
Awesome break. I mean, he came up with this break last week when we practiced it a little bit beforehand. I think he's been fine-tuning it, because he hit that just about as hard as you can get away with. Cue ball was bouncing a little, and he managed to keep it on the table. What's great about this break, got 2 balls down. The cue ball's nicely in the open.
Yeah, he's open, and 8's in the middle of the table.
Yeah, with my break against Chris, I finished pretty much safe. And I actually went for a bad shot. I should have really played safe off the break, in hindsight. But you did a great break as well.
Yeah, my break actually came out pretty well.
Yeah.
I was happy with it. And then my opening shot was good, too. I like the breakout I got on the opening shot.
Okay, I'm just going to adjust your volume here, because you sound a little quiet to me.
Yeah, that's what I keep feeling like trying to get the mic closer to me, but that sounds definitely louder now.
Oh, yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, pop, pop.
Yeah, that looks good. Looks good. And I think we're around about the level we need to be. But if there's anybody listening, hello, Tommy Woodland. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you in the chat, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, how are you?
We did actually monitor our own stream a little bit before we went live here, and the Wi-Fi was letting us down again. It's super choppy, so we've gone straight onto the hotspot from my cell phone. So thanks for pointing that out last week. We were aware of it when we started tonight. So meanwhile, Wayne Crow is doing okay.
He's looking pretty good. I think he's going to have to take the 5 in the side, though.
There is a place, though, if he approaches the 15 along a certain line, where he could land in a zone where he'd have a choice of the 5 or the 3.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing that shot because it gives you options. If you're a bit softer than you intend, you've got the 5. If you overhit it, you're always on the 3. And I think it would work either way, the pattern here.
And the eight's moved now since from the break, and so the 8 does not have the lower left corner
Now
or
that
the lower right corner. So the 8's can only play in the right side.
I do like what he did there, though. He played that off the rail. He's pretty straight on this, but he can follow forward and have a nice shot on the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on it.
Oh, did he overdo it?
No, he's on it.
Okay.
He's
All
on
right.
it.
Well, he's still got a.
He's got to play a particularly good positional shot now.
Yeah, and he can't really dig into the cue ball to keep it back because he needs to play the 8 in the right side.
I think he's going to have to jack up a little. I mean, what he could try and do is cannon the 12.
Yeah.
If he can bump the 12, he might be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's got to jack up even to do that.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He absolutely does. The angle, I think, if you just played a rolling cue ball, you'd probably hit the rail and go between those balls.
Between them with no shot on the 8 unless you're going to bank the 8 in the same pocket.
You might collide with the 14 if you put top on it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think he's banking the 8 in the bottom right pocket. I think he's going to go right in between. Yep.
Yeah, he went in between as predicted. So he has the bank.
Yeah, he got a little steeper than he wanted for it, of course.
Yeah, I think he may have been trying to flick the 12 or something there.
You know, he could try to tiki off the 9 here. That's what he's looking at. He's looking to see if it's possible. The 9's a little far away, though. It's got to be a perfect shot for that to go.
I actually quite like the cross corner bank in this bottom right. He's got a clear shot at it, right?
Yeah, it's just the 12's moving also, so there could be a collision there, but it's hard to predict that.
I'm not sure the 12 is moving, actually, Brian. I think he can avoid it.
You think he can cross bank it and avoid the 12?
Yeah, I think he could. I think just going slightly below center on the cue ball.
Maybe.
But he's above center anyway. Let's see.
Yeah, he could also be hitting the 11 and
oh, he's just too thick, just a little too thick. He needed a bit thinner. Okay, so Wayne's inning comes to an end with an attempted 8-ball miss, and Philip comes to the table looking at 6 stripes. Oh, hey, Tommy, you played Wayne yesterday. What was that in?
And 10 ball.
Oh, 10 ball, of course, yeah. How do you guys go on? They're a good side, that On Cue one. What are they called now? They've got a name. I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know all the 10 ball names yet.
I'm still working them out myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called hot
nice
shots.
Nice shot by Philip there. Philip's really, he's really improved quite a bit from.
Yeah, they're called hot shots, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tommy, you're JCVD. Is that Jean-Claude Van Damme by any chance? JCVD? Hey, well done, 5-4.
Oh, a little bit of,
still got it.
A little bit of overcut
pace
there, but that pocket speed let it go.
He played that at pro speed, didn't he?
Yeah.
So tell us, Tommy, is JCVD, is it Jean-Claude Van Damme? It's got to be. Tommy? No, I think it's that Kung Fu fighter, the martial artist, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yes, it is. The guy who does the Coors Light adverts, you know. Yeah, I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I had a poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator and another one of Jean-Claude Van Damme on my bedroom wall.
That came a little little tight.
Yeah, but Wayne's got to work on here. What's he going to do?
I had a poster of Heather Locklear. That's what I had.
Heather Locklear.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
he can
like
cut.
A fire, some sort of.
He can
fire,
kick this 9.
Fire boots or something. I can't remember.
It goes in the right center. Has he called a pocket? I must have called the right center because it's the only pocket it'll go in.
Oh! Very close.
Sorry about the decibels there.
Yeah, that one went up.
I think we
that
went.
looked like it was from here, from where I'm sitting. That looked like it was going to go.
I think my decibels went through the roof there.
I probably did too.
I probably burst everybody's eardrums.
Yeah.
Apologies.
From where I was sitting, it totally looked like it was going to go.
You wouldn't hear professional commentators reacting like that.
Get excited.
Okay, so Phil's got a shot at the 12 in the side. He can play this pretty safely because the 11's blocking his 8 ball. He'd want to get far enough forward to have a go at the 15. And I think he's got a little angle, so the cue ball's going to go slightly to the left anyway.
He's just playing a safe. Or is he? No, okay.
No. So now, what do? I think he's got to play safe here. And he could go for the kill, but I think it's too risky. Don't you?
It's risky because it's really hard to shape this 11 ball. It's easy. It's a simple safe right now to, you know, just in the 15. Put the cue ball pretty much right back where it is right now, and you got a pretty effective save.
He called the 15, you know.
Well, if he comes back and knocks the 8 out of the way, or the 11. Oh, so close.
He went for it there. That was kind of do or die.
Yeah. Well,
and Wayne has a chance now. It's not easy, but I'm sure he's pleased to have a shot where it goes in.
Yeah. I favor him to make it. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Oh,
no, that's not there.
Wayne's missing it. Kind of steered the shot there a little bit.
So Philip gets a second bite of the cherry. And for me, it's all about his shape here. He's got to get the line and the length. Now, as long as the line's good, he's got a big margin of error.
Yeah, he's going to be good here. He's going to get it.
He's got pretty close to it.
He's okay. All he's got to do is just stay up table, and he'll have a shot on the 8.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No, he's okay.
He gets those cuts in wide, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he plays them at good speed, so. And there it is. One for the visitors.
2-1 game.
And we've now got
Brian and Jesse.
There we go. So rack 4.
Much simpler with the Stream Deck. It's just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have to
type it all
go
in
and manually type the names and type the scores, but we've got a little bit of kit.
And so a night like this, Mike, what's the setup time for the Stream Deck? Like about 15 minutes, 10 minutes?
No, not even that.
Not even that?
I just go in and I change those 4 names of the visitors. I don't even bother changing the names in the computer. I just change them on there and on the screen in OBS. And we're good from there. But while he's racking those balls, I'm just going to see if I can show you what's going on. Hang on, no, come around the other way. Spin, 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 sugar. There we go. Oh, you can't quite see us. But yeah, basically here we've got all the streaming equipment, and just below where you can see on that side, that's the Stream Deck over there. So here we go, Jesse. Let's get you framed up properly. A little bit to the left and down a bit. And maybe a little bit more, a tiny bit to the left. Okay, let's see how that looks. Pretty good.
Jesse breaking head on. 1 ball? No, well, he's got the 15 balls down.
Does the 13 pass the 1? Otherwise, he doesn't have an opener.
Yeah, I think that it might. It's really hard to see from here, but I think that it might.
Super,
Otherwise, he's got a tough opener. He might have the 9 on the side. Looks like the 13 goes.
Okay.
Didn't really get any shape out of that shot.
What did he do? I missed it.
He was able to get the 13 past the 1.
Right.
But he has no shot. He has no shot right now. You know, with absolutely no shot, it's probably best to either pocket, you know, billiard in the 1
I agree.
or combo the 10 down under the 2.
I'd actually billiard in the 1 because you're leaving the cue ball right there.
Yeah, leaving the cue ball way up table. Yeah,
Yeah, you've got to be super thin on the 12.
Prefer that too.
Oh,
he went.
Oh,
he
he
went.
called the 12.
Did he call the 12 on the
He called
cut?
the 12.
What a shot!
What a shot that was.
Wow.
I did not see that as an option.
No, I didn't see that either.
Yeah, the tracking option's pretty cool, Linda. We do, oh dear. After that awesome shot, he goes and misses that one.
Oh, yeah.
Shame.
Yeah, the camera tracking is, the camera panning is awesome. So this is Brian. I've seen Brian play before, but I don't know him real well. I don't know. I haven't seen him play often, so I don't know if is he a sub tonight or is he a?
No, they've had a team change.
Okay.
So I think a couple of players left the team and a couple of players joined. So
okay.
Oliver, who you've just seen play,
yep,
and Brian are the 2 new guys. And I think it makes them a pretty strong side now. Yeah, one thing about the camera, which I haven't actually worked out yet, but you can actually pre-program in certain positions. So
yeah,
you saw how I had to manually come back to this. This should be position 1, but then I should really program in a couple of other options so that you could, for example, have a wide shot of the room.
Right, go to a...
maybe have what's going on
go
the
to the next table.
Yeah. But that's something I think I'm going to try and work out by the time I get to Vegas, because I'm going to have 2 cameras running there.
Yeah. Probably something like we just hold down a button for an extended period of time, like you move it to where you want and hold down the button, and
yeah, you have
like a automatic, like a car seat in a car, you know, like a pre-positioned car seat.
Exactly. Yeah, you just got to program them in first. Okay, now the battery needs changing, so I'm just gonna switch a bit of stuff around here.
Brian's looking okay here. I think he's going to draw back here, play the short side of the 4. If he overdraws it, he'll still have the 4 on the side, or the corner. So yeah, he's okay. 3 ball's going to be a bit of a cut, but I think he's going to take that shot. Stop shot this 4, take the cut. Hit it a little thick, a little full.
Okay, I'm just gonna go recharge my battery. Join you in a moment.
Jesse kept ball kind of cue ball. had that outside spin, but the high ball, and kind of overspun it, checked it. It's not what he wanted. And he scratched. Yikes. Giving Brian ball in hand on that tough to position 3 ball. That wasn't good. It's good that Brian's thinking this through right now. He's not just setting the balls up and shooting. You know, 3 to the 4 or 4 to the 3, they're both a little bit tricky because the 8 ball's definitely taking up some space. If the 3 passes the 8 to the side, I think I would roll the 3 into the side, roll the cue ball up for the 4. Can't say that it passes right now, though. So, yeah, he just bumped the other stripes, but that's okay. It's not all ball foul. That's all right. So is he trying to stun over above the 4? Oh, he tried to move the 8 out of the way. That was risky. And his misshape is the reason why it was risky. That was wild stroke there. That was a frustration stroke, it looked like. Jesse with another opportunity here. I think whether that's the 11 or the 14 down table, I think that it passes the 8 or passes the 4. Jesse calling safe. Good call here. It's a good call. But he has a little swing and a miss there. Swing and a miss. It's an effective save. That works. Now his balls are a little more opened up. Brian can thin the 4 to make the hit, but he'll definitely sell out the 9 ball.
Brian Billiard on the 4-8. Try to create shape for the 8 when he already had it. All they do is roll it forward to the 8 side.
Yeah.
Tried to run in behind the 8.
So Brian's going to kick at this. He might actually get a safe off this. If he can kick it and stick it. Oh, so it's a great hit. If he hit that full and stuck it, he might have been able to keep the cue ball up there and got, left Jesse with an extremely tough shot. But Jesse's kind of in the open now. He's just got to pull it together. Just float this 9 in. Get a nice parallel angle with the the end rail. Cue ball and 14 parallel with the end rail here. Okay, he got above it, and that's okay too. It's a good angle. He's gonna play this. Got to play the short side of the 10, but this is a good angle to shape it naturally. May give it a little bit of a low, just not a punch really, but just a little bit of a low. Yeah, well, yeah, he's okay there too. I was thinking coming down off the end rail first, but this worked out really well. It's a little flat. Just roll it forward. That was great. Great table speed there. Great table speed. All right, so we got 3-1. 3-1, and we have Mike is up.
Okay, Mike and Oliver.
Mike and Oliver, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great cut.
I just wanted to punch it right behind here and go up, and I kind of I don't know what I did.
Well, one thing you didn't do is touch the cue ball. So you could
Yeah,
Well,
you're up. It's Oliver's break. Oliver's break, you're up. Yeah. We're just trying to hunt down Oliver here. Yeah. I thought you were playing like to just billiard as one in for the safe. No, but I thought you were doing it for the safe, and then we saw the other one go in and realized that you called it. It was like, wow, it was a good shot. It was a great shot. Tommy, good job. You guys beat Wayne, Luis, and who was the third person that played, or who are the three that played? The other two that played with Wayne. Tommy, if you're still listening, let me know. Let me know who played last night on that team. Good to know that you guys won. Those guys can go a whole season close to being undefeated. So being week 3 and them taking a loss, that's promising for the rest of the teams in the league. Did Oliver miscue on the break?
He missed it.
Okay, so Oliver, I wasn't watching. I was on a chat. So Oliver miscued on the break, and now we got Mike on the break here. Going second ball. Dry break, but this is a little bit of a clustered up rack here. We got problems. We got the 2 stripes blocked by the 8 in the upper right corner. We got the 4 and the 15 tied up, crossed up with each other. You got the 3 ball, 312 tied up nasty, and you got the 5 ball stuck. So, and you could argue that the 6-7 don't look good either. But yeah, so this is a tough rack here. Multiple issues, multiple problems to deal with. So the 2 stripes, I think the 2 stripes can play short side in the upper left corner that are blocked by the 8 right now. But the 15 doesn't go, so. Taking the combo here. So the table's still open. Not much for choices here either. The 6 will cut pretty easily in the corner. That's probably going to be the opening shot. Might be able to manipulate the cue ball here with little effort to get the 3 ball opened up and off that rail, leaving you the 5 and the 4 to deal with still, and the 1. Yeah, messy rack, man. It's a tough one. We have a few innings going back and forth here, I believe. Mike just playing safe, so the rack is still open. It's Oliver's choice here. If anybody's hungry, now's the time to go grab a snack. This game will be going on for a few more minutes for sure. Oh, wow, that went past. Was he going for that? I don't think he was going for that. Surprised that passed the 8 and made it in. Didn't look like it would go. I do believe it's still an open table here. Still open, right, Fran? Got to be careful. I don't want to be pushing that. I don't want to be pushing that 13 into the 8 into the corner. I know Mike wants to shoot that shot, but that 13 will push right into the 8. Mike's been known to be a heavy hitter. He's going to go forward. So yeah, elected not to play any shot. I think that the table is still open, but I think that they are both shooting as if Mike is the stripes and Oliver is the solids. Just a tough layout here, tough rack. Mike's going to play safe again. It's a tough. It's a good safe there. Just left the open table 7 ball here, but cue ball close to the rail, making it tough. Didn't sell out the 6 ball. So. Did he call the 9 ball? He said the 9 ball, but he's solids at this point. Huh? Oh, he said 5. Okay. Yeah. Mike's essentially got really two more problems to deal with outside of having to have a steep angle shot on the 10, but he's got the 12 to deal with, and the 14 does not pass the 4. This is Jason. I can appreciate you saying it's not a good pool, but this is definitely a tough layout, and you know, this is a dealing with 550 Fargo players here, so these guys certainly aren't just going to be banging around opening up the rack for their opponent. So there's a little bit of a chess match going on right now, just trying to develop the rack. So chime in with whatever you think the more appropriate shots would have been to make it good pool. I'm all ears. Yeah, so the 12 and the 14 still problematic, and he doesn't have a shot on the 10 right now. Doesn't have a clear shot on the 10, so Mike's pretty much stuck. Just really needs to just work the 14, get the 14 opened up. Could look at just hitting the 14 straight down the rail. Tried to glue the cue ball on an awkward diagonal with the 4. Try to lock it up on the 4 in a diagonal position. He went for the offensive cross rail bank with a breakout as an aggressive shot. Did not pay off.
I've had this shirt since the 80s. Check out my Hobie. It's falling apart in the back.
What's falling apart in the back?
The Hobie.
Oh.
I had a Hobie cat 16.
Uh-huh.
And I've had this shirt. I only wash it inside out and dry it inside out.
You want to get on the thing, Ran? You want to put the head? You want to get on it? You sure? Huh? Yeah, it'd be nice talking to you on the stream.
Say something inappropriate.
Yeah, that's okay.
I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Sometimes I can't stop myself.
Yeah. You should still do it. You want to do it?
You and Mike do an excellent job.
Another aggressive shot here. He's gonna play the 14 off the 10 to open to free the 10 up. Yeah, he's gonna play it off the 10. Get the 10 up table. Depending on how hard he hits it, good chance he could have the 10 in the side pocket. But that's the thing is, with this shot, he's not gonna know what he has. Oh, but he scratched because he actually went super productive. He broke out both balls on the same shot. Yeah, that was a good attempt. But it definitely opened up the rack here for Oliver. But man, had that scratch not happened, that was a very productive two ball breakout. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just saw kissing off the 10, open up the 10. I didn't see him stunning over to break out the 12. That was I think that was a miscue. Yeah, that was a miscue. Still a good hit, made the ball, but kind of scooped the ball there, kind of popped up off the table. The 2 does pass the 10 here. He's going for it. It's a good shot. Wanted to come up a little more. I think he wanted the 5 next, but he can take the 3. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, the 3 goes by. Yeah. It's tight, but it goes by. Not sure what he was pointing out there. I was just pointing out where he wants his cue ball to go. Came up high, but he's got the 3. 12 ball's a big ball here for shaping that 7 or 6. 12 ball's big ball here. Gonna have to take a steeper angle on the 6 than he would ideally want, just to avoid the 12. Cue and low, gonna put a big stroke here. Oh, he went all inside on that. Complicated the shot quite a bit. Yeah, he complicated that shot. He made that shot a little tougher than it needed to be.
He's used to playing on the big tails or the big stroke.
Yeah. I personally like, yeah, I like taking the back cut just because of the cueing action. You can cue the ball low and just play off the right rail. Oh, he can cue here just fine. I thought he was gonna have to be jacked up. He can cue here just fine. Slow down. Just a touch on the wrong side here, but I think I would just play the natural path here and shoot the 8 up in the upper right corner. You know, put it in the side, a little bit of outside, come off the rail, get the cue ball right at the foot spot. Okay, he went around 3 rails, and I'm not sure what he was going for there. If he was trying to go 3 rails with more power, missed the 6, or I'm sorry, missed the 7 and play the 8 on the right side, and maybe that was the shot he was going for. was a little bit stuck there. Is he going to get fortunate with this 8 ball? Looks like he. Well, Oliver's got the 7 down on the corner. Why he went 3 rails?
You guys insist on trying to create food
When it already had shape. Yeah, it just all that took was just one rail come down to the foot spot. Just one rail to the foot spot right there, and it would have been good. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was trying to go 3 rails to come up above and play the 8 in the side.
Well, every element you put into the shot gives you extends your error
Yeah.
percentage. The less rails, the less no rails. Cut is better than running. If he just rolled it up as close as possible to the other side pocket, he could have cut it off here in a heartbeat. Gently, even. Without scratching across the heart.
And here's the safe. But Mike does have a shot here. Mike can bear down and make this ball, ending this rack. This has been a long rack because it was a really bad layout after the break. Real bad. It was a nasty layout after the break. Excuse me. A little bit tired. An 8 ball corner pocket. Here we go. Looks good. Oh, with the scratch. Handing the game over to Oliver. That was unfortunate with the scratch. But now it's going to be Brian Rulli versus Philip Rosas. Your break. Where's the rack? It's up there on the light. It's on the light.
And this one's on. Okay, here we are, back in the room. So yes, I just potted the 8 and scratched, which is probably all I deserve really for the poor shot I played on my last solid. He left me a thin cut in the middle, and it was definitely makeable, no doubt about it. But I played to go around the angles and finished, as you know, behind the 7. So enough said about that. Let's move on. So it's Brian against Philip here. Brian's already broke the balls and he's off and running. He's on the stripes, it looks like. Yeah, looking good. Everything's in the open. Yeah, it's kind of weird game, that one. I just had a lot of safety early on. Sometimes the balls just go that way and you end up having to just play safe. Nice shot there. He's got that 12 slightly isolated now. And I think he's lined up, so he may have to play a combination. Don't know if you can see enough of the 9. Well, he's called it, so he obviously thinks he can. Just got to get past that 3. Oh, plenty of room. But that's not a favourable kiss. On the 15, it's blocked his sight of the 11. I think he's got a very thin cut on the 15 in the right centre if he wants to continue attacking. Jason, this is not good pool. You can say that again, mate. Yeah, we're just a league here in San Diego, and we're your average league players. I think you're looking at around about mid 400s, mid 500s. We play because we love the game, and we've no pretensions of being pros or even good amateurs. We're just league players. We do love the game, and our enthusiasm will not waver and will not be dimmed. So there's plenty of channels out there if you want to go and watch the pros, or check them out. But stick around if you're interested in human beings like yourself, making errors, missing balls, potting the 8 and going in off, all of that good stuff. Just hanging on the lip there, that 5. Yeah, the cloth's getting a little bit worn, and we've noticed, don't know whether there's just dust or chalk or anything that gathers, or maybe even there's a little vestige of glue under the cloth, but there seems to be a little boundary that sometimes the balls just rest against if they're played too slowly and they just hang there. So Brian's taking the chance to knock that 5 in, I think, leave his 11 there. Oh no. I thought he was. Surprised me. Got a few options here. Nothing attacking at this end of the table. With that 11 just blocking the bottom left corner. Needs to develop things a little. Trying to squeeze in between the 30. He's managed it. That's a great shot, actually. He needed to put a spanner in Brian's works, and he's done so. And in so doing, he's also, I think, covered up both of the other stripes. So I think Brian's got to play this. I mean, where it's me playing here, I think I would try and put the 7 in with the 11. I'd call the 11. No, he's called safe. But you want to try and replace that 7 with the 11 and you get control of that pocket. Oh well. He's put the... he cleared the pocket completely but moved the 11 out of the way and found the scratch himself. So it's a ball in hand for Philip. He's calling the combo here, 1 onto the 5. Makes sense. Just leave the 1 hanging there for his next shot. But yeah, there you go. It's on that little lip like I told you about a minute ago. So play with a little bit of left English, I think, on this one. Well, that's if he wants to take it. He seems to be looking at the 3. I suppose while the 1's there, it's doing him favours, stopping Brian potting any balls in that pocket. So if he doesn't have to take it, then it's a good idea to leave it there. He's got other options. But I think he is going to take it now and just play down table. I'd say the hardest one of those balls to get on is probably the 6. Just because of the 15 being in the way, so he's on it now. Admittedly very thin. But that 15 could help him, actually, here. Were he to play that 6 pretty full in the face. Slightly to the left of centre with a bit of a stun-type shot. I think it would go directly in the pocket off the 15. Yeah, he tried the cut, just did it a bit thick. So now Brian comes to the table with no obstacles between him and the winning line. Slightly tricky getting on the 11, so I think he's got to go forward here and then take the 12. I think he's gone past the pocket line, which helps with shape here. Easier to get down table. And a little angle would be nice. Looks a bit flat here, but I think he can still get to the long side of the 8. Oh, but what he did there, he actually just steered the cue ball a little bit, trying to get the cue ball where he did. And he was just ever so slightly offline with the pot. He could have probably still potted that 11 in the side of the pocket and just about made it. It didn't need to be quite so far away from the 8. But he's not left anything easy for Phil. Oh, he's done a good shot. Come down, it seems a little bit flat. He's just got to get shape on his 3 ball to have a chance of levelling up the game. And he just settle for a long straight 3. The rolling cue ball. There it is. And nicely on the 8, so he's done well here, Philip. Brian can't complain, he had his opportunity. There it is, so 3 racks apiece now. Unlucky, man. Yeah, I know. Just cheated it a little bit too much. Fraction. Yeah, if you'd have done that, you'd have been good. Because you ended up about 2 foot away from the 8, and if you'd been like split the difference, you'd have been. But it was you had to pinch it. It was a, Okay, so next up tonight, rack 7 for the visitors. It is Brian Sissin or Sissin to break the balls. His opponent Wayne Crow. So this is rack 7, 3 racks each. Tough roll for Brian to hit that well. Yeah, Cam, I get what you're saying. He actually needed to cheat the pocket ever so slightly on the 11 so that he could get long side shape on the 8 ball. And as you saw, he actually drew back.
Test.
I'll tell you what, Brian, let's swap headphones.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry about that. A little bit of a headphone change there. So yeah, basically what I was saying is that he had to just here. In fact, he'll say
Yeah.
he'll tell us himself.
Well, it was on the draw shot on the, I think it was a 3, but yeah, it was dead straight, and I knew if I drew dead straight, I would come right at the 8. So I just tried to cheat it just a little bit to draw, on the good side of the 8, and it just got away from me just a little bit. So.
But then you got to say, he played some great shots, Philip. You know.
He did. Yeah, Philip played well. Yeah,
some
he
nice
played,
slow rolling shots, length of the table.
Yeah.
Particularly the 3 ball. So the match is level at 3-all. It's probably a fair score, really, all things considered. Neither team has really dominated. It's been a bit of back and forth. We've all had our chances. There's been quite a few errors, it's fair to say. At this standard, it's really who makes the least mistakes. So taking the stripes, he's done well to get around the 11 there. Just looking at the table, not sure about that. Is it the 15 in the center of the table near the 8? I think it is.
Yeah, it's a 15.
I don't think it
right
passes
above the 2.
It won't pass the 2, will it? Is that it might go in? It might go in the right center.
Yeah.
If you got below it.
If the 9, I can play off the 9 in the right center if the 9's not going in yet.
Oh, the nine's going in right now.
Yeah.
I think. But he could if he could play like better draw and try and get over in that bottom corner.
Yep.
That's where he's headed for. Oh, the spins took it out. He went right through the positional spot. He may have to bank the 13 here, Brian.
Yeah, the 13 is probably the only shot right now.
Well,
hard to play safe with the 6 down table like that.
Yeah, and I think that 7 ball does make a big centre pocket. There's a way in which you could hit it, and it might hit the 7 and go in.
That's possible, yeah.
So it increases the likelihood of him being able to make the bank here. But is he playing safe? Yeah, he's just playing safe. Happy to stitch things up a bit and see what Brian can manage. So I was chatting with Brian very briefly earlier. He plays in quite a few different leagues. He plays a BCA league at On Cue on a Monday night, which is 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball. Apparently Mondays,
right?
And then Tuesdays, I think he mentioned the library one night. He mentioned pockets on another night. Seems to have a fairly full roster. So what is the DCC? Do you know what it is, Brian?
The DCC? No, I'm not familiar. Oh, the Derby City Classic.
Oh no,
yeah,
actually,
the Derby City Classic. I've watched a little bit of Banks. Watched a little bit of I think Fedor was playing Skylar Woodward. So I watched a little bit of that, but I haven't watched much of it.
Yeah, me neither. I've been a little busy with 1 or 2 other projects, so not had a lot of time for the streaming. Yeah, DCC. Brian guessed that one.
Yeah, Derby City Classic. Yeah, I've watched a little bit of it, but same thing. Yeah, just been really busy lately, and not much time for gazing at pool matches right now.
And one thing I've been trying to do, and it sounds a bit weird, I've been trying to go to bed early and get up early, because most of us pool players tend to be like night owls.
Yeah.
Especially on a pool night like this, you might finish here like 11:30. Sometimes it's like 12:30 you get home.
Right.
And then you kind of unwinding, maybe watch a bit of video, and before you know it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I've been trying to get to bed like 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
In the other nights of the week.
Yeah, I'm more of a midnight 12:30 kind of guy. I've been lately. Cameron, have any of the events gone through their final yet? one pocket banks or a 9-ball event? Do any of them?
That was a
Any
good
of them
shot.
been decided yet?
Very nice shot there by Brian.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
cut.
cut that 3 all the way down the road. Narrowly missing the 14 into a blind pocket. Did a great shot. That's opened up the table for him. His big problem is the 2 now. And he could choose to go into it right here. Pretty much guaranteed to still be on the 6. But he's... Oh, does it pass in the side? The way he played that makes me think it does. Just trying to look at his body language. Yeah, it does go.
Well, if he does, the angle's right too. He'll be able to get on the 7 pretty easy because the angle on that 2 looks good.
Yeah, I think we might tune in and watch a little bit of that on Sunday. Yeah, it's down, and so now the path is clear. 3 balls between him and putting the visiting team in the lead for the first time tonight. So he seems to be slightly off angle on this 7, so the cue ball's travelling up table. So he's just looking at a spot where he can put it, where he'll have a clear shot at the 6.
Yeah, I think he's full enough where he can still draw back and just play the high angle on the 6.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you're drawing shots on these little tables, though. You can end up all over the place.
Yeah, you got a little heavy on that one.
I think he went a little far. So now this is skinnier than he wanted, and he may be colliding with the 8 here.
Cameron and Tommy, too, if you're listening, are you guys playing in the February, is it February 2nd or February 3rd? Sunday,
Sunday, February 2nd.
But Sunday, February 2nd. Are you guys playing in the 550 and under tournament, or are you guys over 550?
Yeah, it's on at, okay, Labutis won the 10-ball Bigfoot. Yeah, what Brian's referring to is there is a tournament on the 2nd of February at O Billiard Cafe.
That Ray Reyes is
yeah. I don't know if
hosting.
you know Ray. You'll find him on Facebook as Ray, R-A-Y, Walsh, W-A-L-S-H, Reyes, R-E-Y-E-S, Ray Walsh Reyes, and we all call him Ray. Half Scottish, half Filipino. But basically it's $550 and under. It's $50 buy-in, and it's limited to players who are $550 and under, so it's going to be quite a good tournament. What you need to do is hit him up on Facebook, or what I could do, Cam, I've actually got your cell phone. I think I can send you his Facebook profile. Oh, there we go. Nice 8-ball.
Yeah, nice 8-ball.
Well played there by Brian.
Nice shooting, Brian.
Puts the visitors in the lead.
4-3.
Yeah, so it's now going to be Jesse against Chris. Chris will have the break. Switch this scoreboard around.
Yeah, Cameron, just go to Ray Reyes, Ray Walsh Reyes Facebook page, message him, and you don't need to prepay. Just need to get on the list. I think it's capped at 32 players.
I believe so. I'm not sure how many he has right now. Oh, yeah, Tommy's telling us he's over 550.
Yeah, I thought Tommy was.
Yeah. Never mind, Tommy. It looks like you've got your blast going on, so you can get yourself a trip to Vegas from that, can't you, in the blast? Is that how it works? So you go to regionals, the APA blast.
Yeah, I'm not...
I think that's where they narrow down winners to get to, like, regionals.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure Tommy will let us know what the blast means and what the blast is.
Yeah, you have the blast is basically the first round of the blast is 2 rounds of playoffs, and then after that, the winners of those rounds, I think they go to cities.
Oh, okay.
And then after cities, then I guess it's a regional and then Vegas.
Oh, got it.
I'm not entirely sure. I never make it that far.
Please text me the details. I have a Fargo established on an APA 5. I'm sure you'll be fine, Cam. Let me just see now.
Yeah, Cameron, Ray Walsh Reyes on Facebook. Just find him, message him. Just tell him you want to get on the list. And on his Facebook page, he has the roster posted and updated on his Facebook page.
Okay, Cam, I've just sent you a message in Messenger. You should get that. That's the flyer from Rainbow. So check your Facebook Messenger. You should have a message from me right there with it in. Let me know if you got it.
Give me my phone and glasses over there.
Okay, there's your
Somewhere.
glasses.
Yep.
And there's your phone. There you go.
I'll see if he has a, see if Ray has a updated roster. See how many spots are open.
So it looks like it was a dry break from Chris. And Jesse's at the table surveying things. Excellent. Nice one, Cam. Just send him a message if you want to go ahead and play. You can let him know I sent you the flyer. And I'll look forward to seeing you there on the 2nd.
So there's 20 players signed up right now.
And 32 is the cap, right?
32 is the cap, I believe.
Yeah, so there's still 12 spaces left. So.
Yeah, you got Linda Fizz, Kaito Okamura. Oh. Kaito Okamura, young kid, really good player too. Randy Tickner, Lando Roxas, John Wick Pablo, Mike Holt. You're still on there, but I don't know if you're going to be able to play. Exis Fritz Hoffen, Bobby Gang, J.R. Alfaro, Antoine Anton, Brian Rulli, Bev Cook, Hassam Ahmed, Hana Ali, Tad Thurman, Ray Fabia, Alexandro Grubb, Luis Rivera, Erica Carino, and Lem Lau. 20 out of 32 players already reserving a spot. 9-ball battle of the 550 and under.
So Jesse's off and running with the solids here. And the problem he has is the 6-ball over there on that long rail. He's just now checking, will it pass? All the way down in the bottom left past the 14. Looks awfully tight.
It will. I think it can get through there. I think he could, if anything, he could squeeze it in there, and he's just got to get on the rail side of that squeeze.
So we've now got the shot on the 7-ball, I think. So he's now considering what he does with the 4. How's he going to get on that? Got a bit of congestion and big 8-ball blocking the path to it. Oh, just a little slow roll, tickle.
Yeah, slow roll.
But it's not gone in. How's that stayed out?
Well, he just, it's cut a little wide.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going wide from where I'm sitting too.
So another example of a slow roll. My buddy and I just took part in the Scotch doubles tournament.
At break room.
Okay.
How'd you do?
I think he said they just took the tournament.
Oh, they took it.
They took it. You
Okay,
won it.
nice.
Hey,
Congrats.
that is a big congrats there, mate. Yeah. Well done, mate.
Was that the speed 8-ball? Was that Scotch doubles a speed 8-ball tournament? Because I know there was Josh Watson threw a speed 8-ball tournament at break room, I believe. Is that the same tournament, Cameron?
What did he shoot? No, he's on stripes. He's on stripes. Jesse's on solids.
Jesse's on solids, yes.
Yeah. It was Josh's speed 8.
Yeah, the speed 8. That's what I was referring
Josh,
to. Yeah.
Josh Watson.
So you like the tournament? You like the format, Cameron?
How does it work, speed 8?
Cameron would probably have to give the details on it. But
is a shot clock in operation?
no, I don't think. You know, Cameron, maybe you chime in and give a breakdown on it. It was not like Saratoga. You know, Saratoga's a rotation 8-ball game where you get rid of one solid and one stripe off the rack, but I don't think it's like that.
Yeah, may have to look that one up later.
Yeah, Cameron, what were the general specifics? Without, you don't need to go over all the rules, but the general concept of the speed 8-ball. Was it? It wasn't a full rack of 8, was it, or a full rack of 15?
Nice shot there by Jesse. So rack like 9-ball, 8-ball in the center, 4 solids, 4 stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Okay. APA rules and jump shots. So that means you don't have to call a pocket. Any pocket counts. Slop is allowed. APA.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I would imagine so if it was APA style rules.
Okay, that's an interesting side.
So yeah, you know, that Rocket Runout tournament was also like a hybrid where it was, but it's you have
special bowls.
You have 4 solids and 4 stripes, and then you break for Rocket Runout tournament that they just had here at On Cue, and it's just one player at the table, and it works on a point system. So if you have a break and run with your shooting 5 balls in rotation, then you get 200 points.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a whole point system. So you have to use the score sheet to.
Sounds complicated.
It's complicated to explain and, you know, to digest just by listening to the rules. But when you see the score sheet, it's easy to follow.
Yeah, but anything you got to start writing stuff down. It seems to be an added layer of complexity that is just not required. Plenty of good games you can play on the table where it's obvious who's winning. Yeah, that one fell in nicely. So do you go for the 5 now?
Well, he can see the 5. Can he see the? Yeah, he can see the 4 too.
Yeah, he could actually get closer to that 5.
Yeah, but he's got a steep angle on the 4, so that the 5-12-8 could be a problem. If he clips the 8, he'd put the 8 in the bad spot.
Slightly hampered by the 9.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a smooth delivery.
Yeah,
kind of jerky.
Kind of stabbed at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the 9 was interfering, and he may have been better going for the 4 there. If he could have put a nice smooth stroke on it, fair enough. But I think that 9 was just in his his face.
Being jacked up just a bit, and then kind of jabbed at the ball. So
yeah, it's so hard.
Squirted the cue ball. Yeah.
So even though it's not actually a foul if you touch the 9, you know, in your mind you're being distracted, and so the 5 has now gone in a little cluster. Gonna have to be careful when it comes to his shot again. If Chris doesn't run these, so he's playing safe. I think he may just try and snooker Jesse behind that 14. Yeah, so he can come rail first at this 4-ball, I think. And if he gets it rail first, the cue ball's going to be travelling onto that short rail and towards the 5, for sure.
Yeah, this is dangerous, so he can get stuck here going for this 4. I mean, he's got to hit the 4, obviously, but he's thinking he can squeeze that tight window for the 5 in the side.
Yeah, I think he's going rail first, right?
Yeah, but he's going to try to play the 5 in the side. Oh, he missed the 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was trying to hit the 4, thinking he was going to hold it for the 5 in the side, which was going to be pretty.
Yeah, it's ambitious, but you know, yeah, it's balling out. Yeah, he didn't miss by much. He was a little bit further up the rail, he'd have made the 4, and he'd have been going towards it for sure. He could have got a nice cannon on the 9 or something. He may have had a shot. So now Chris, looking at the table, he's got a little bit of congestion down this bottom end, just with the 14 and 13. So he's kicking off, rolling the 15 in the right side. Okay, now he's got the 9. He's got to come round probably 2 rails, I would have thought, and come down towards the 3 balls at this bottom corner of the table. Now, Is he in line? Is he lined up the 14? He has indeed. The 14, 13
The 12.
block.
He's
So
taking the 12.
yeah.
14's a little crossed up with the. He's got to really come down because he's got to play the 10 ball.
Yeah, I think he can squeeze.
Maybe he can see. Maybe he can see the 13.
He can see it. Yeah.
So say hi, Mike.
Your
Send a little Snapchat out to somebody.
your camera's a bit misty.
I know it always is. It's because it's always in my pocket.
It's a bit greasy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it is.
You know,
what
you
it
can't
is.
be optimistic with
Yeah.
the misty optic. You know that, don't you?
Right.
Okay, so 13 ball, big shot. Yeah, just rattled it. And Jesse comes back to the table now with 3 balls between him and leveling up the match. We'll be exactly halfway through at the end of this rack. First 2 of 4 rounds will be completed with 8 racks remaining.
What are you doing here, Mike? You drawing back for the 5, or are you gonna?
Well, I don't know if Jesse would like to do that shot. I think he's
stretched out for the draw, but I think the draw is he's so straight on the 4 right now.
I think he can pinch enough to hit the short rail. But he is going below center.
Queuing low.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he got a hold of that ball.
Oh, my God. Oh, at least he got a kiss on the 10.
Yeah.
And you can see the 5. Now, the problem with this is there's a shot here where you put the 5 in and you put the 8 in at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you've got to be careful you don't put the 8 in. You know what a better shot is for me? Trying to bank it down here in the bottom left. First of all, it takes the 8 ball out of the equation.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry.
The 8 ball up table some.
Yeah. And if it does go in, then he's got the game. If it doesn't go in, it can well stymie Chris's options.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Not sure what he called there. Oh. It's good.
Oh, what a shot.
That's a great shot.
What a shot.
That was tough to slow roll that cue ball off the rail. Slow rolled off the rail. That was a great shot.
Unbelievable.
Good shot, Jesse. Very nice. And you're up again, Mike, and it's your break.
Wow. I'm flabbergasted. Well done, Jesse.
Fran, who's Mike up against? Phil. Okay, thank you. All right, we got Mike and Phil coming up. Mike's got the break. All right, yeah. So we have a 2-2 or a 4-4 match here at halftime. Mm-hmm. We were saying, like, I was like, yeah, I think you should draw because you're so straight, and then, man, you drew the crap out of it, yeah.
But I made the jump.
Yeah.
And I actually had a solid vision of out, but I usually would slow roll that 5, and I tried to get it so I came around for the 4 ball.
Right.
And blew it. That 5 right there was nasty, dude. On the rail.
On the rail, slow rolling, pushing the 8 towards the corner. It was like that was a pressure shot. It was a nice execution. Yeah, it's a great shot. Yeah, you don't want to shoot those do that only once a night, if any. Uh huh. Right.
That's all I could think. But I could see the 5 was a little past, so I knew it was going to not
push the 8 all the way in. Yeah.
That was so slow. It was dramatic, huh?
Yeah.
Stop the bleeding.
right, Mike with the dry break. Ball spread out. Fairly decent. A little awkward here with the 6 ball. Solids look like the preferred choice, but I don't see an opener for the solids. Come out of this corner with 2 rails. Play the stripe next to the 1, which I believe is the 14. Oh, he drew back. Okay, he was straighter than I thought, so. Might play the 15 next, might play the 10. Dead straight on the 15, and yeah, got to take the 15 right now. Definitely want to take the 15, but you got to draw back. Can't leave the cue ball down there because those other 2 stripes are kind of crossed up. So probably going to see 15 to 9, 15 to 9 to 10. Floated forward. Mike was asking if the shot was clean. Phil wasn't entirely sure, but I think it was clean. I think you were good. Calling the 9 on the side. Well, he got the rail, so just turning the table over to Mike. Good shot. Nice shot. Mike's still trying to figure out how to address the 2 ball here. He's going to shoot a combo right now. Shooting a combo, overshooting the 1. Doesn't really have a shot now. Maybe he can, yeah, he can probably spin this in. Is he going to put pace on it? Watch this closely now. Yeah, he's stuck now. You guys are done already? Yeah, we're barely halfway done.
Standard. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Done, right?
So the Goodfellas match is over, and we're barely halfway over. We've had at least
They run
2 racks that have run really, really long.
They run a lot of tables.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he doesn't have the short side on the 2 anymore. He had that earlier, but that opportunity's gone. So I think I like shooting and playing, trying to play. It's really speed sensitive, but man, try to get above the 8 for the 1 to break out the 2, but you're breaking out your 2 on their last shot. You'd have to shoot the 2 next. It's possible that he could just float, yeah, float up and stay just slightly below the 2, and you know, just back cut the bank on the 2 into the side. You don't think the 2 can bank back to the side? I think it can. I think the 14's out of the way. Coming up a little high. Just can still play that bank, shoot the 1 first here, and come around the right side of the 8, play that bank. That's what he's looking at now. So he's looking at the shot now. Ooh, he's going to get pro. Just needed to come down a little more. Didn't quite get where he wanted to get. This is that kind of funny angle. At least he can see the bottom side of the cue ball here a little bit. So probably still feasible, but it's kind of one of those weird angles on the bank. He's got to draw this bank, keep the cue ball out of the way. This is for Jesse and I. Yeah, so he looks at the something Mike could benefit working on here is he looks at those shots for a while, but when he doesn't like shooting them, he gets down and he shoots them super quick, and jumps up when he shoots them and so on. So those are the shots where you got to stay down the whole shot, stay smooth throughout the whole shot. A little bit of overcut here from Phil. Might get another opportunity back, but definitely got a long off-angle cut here. You know, at the center cue ball, he's not really at risk of scratching, and he could be shooting the 8 on the left side if he puts the 2 in the upper left corner. He's got to slide the cue ball into that too. Don't want to roll it. Nice shot. Nice shot. And he went ahead and put some pace on there, so he's got the 8 in the other side pocket. But, yeah, great shot on the 2. Nicely done. I'm up, my break. And I am playing... I'm playing G28. I'm playing Brian. So Brian and Brian. Here we go.
5-4. Nice shot on that too. Another team, but I sure like that shot on the tuba. Yes.
Wow. It was a rocket. That was a rocket. And the shape as well.
Oh yeah, totally. Sean Murphy gives lessons.
Oh, right. You want to put him on the website? Oh, yeah. Sure. I'd be happy to do that.
We played them last night.
Oh, you did?
So I'm back in the box and feeling a little bit better than I was after my last game when I potted the 8 and scratched. This time I had to go to the well and find a shot which fortunately went in and got me some nice shape on the 8. So we now have a slender 5-4 lead going into rack 10. And this is the battle of the Bryans. Brian 1 versus Brian 2. Saisin versus Rully. Just been passed a note by Fran Smith, the director of our league here. Fran's quite an amazing lady. She's been running this league for decades. And she told me that the highest Fargo ranked player in our league, Mr. Sean Murphy, he is now available for lessons. So I'm going to be putting it on the website, metrobcapool.com. I don't know if I'm able to type that in here. But this is the website for Fran's League, metrobcapool.com. And it's going to be Mr. Sean Murphy. He's going to be coaching. And you may call him if you're interested on 760-213-0882. So I would strongly recommend him. He's an excellent player. He gave me some tips. Not that you'd know it by watching me play, but he told me that I need to like speed up a little bit. I was playing super slow, and he said if you're going to stand a chance of getting into any sort of rhythm, you want to try playing just a little bit faster, just up the tempo when you can. That's not to say you're going to rush any shots, but I found it was good advice, and certainly playing rotation, 10 ball, which we play every Wednesday on the 9-foot tables. That's the league that Sean plays in. I think it does help. Meanwhile, back to what's going on in front of us right here. Ryan Saisin. I'll have to ask him how you pronounce that. He's on the solids. And just slightly lost his cue ball there. Probably wanted to hold for the 7. But that little kiss on the 10 didn't quite work out. No. So he's going for the 2. It does go in this bottom right corner. But he's just slightly overcut it. So Brian Rulli comes back to the table. I think that little nudge on the 15 is not left him favourably placed. He's looking to see, can he squeeze past this 13 and make the 15 in the corner. Excellently done, really nice there. Yeah, the 9 definitely would be the ball if you're going to try and break that out. Not sure either if the 11 is available into the right centre. Maybe the 8 ball is blocking that slightly. Looks a bit straight here. Can't do a lot with the cue ball here. But now I think he's got the perfect angle on the 9. He wants to try and come at this 12 from below and preferably hit 2 rails and get into the 12. But as long as he can hit the 12 and not the 5, he should be good. Oh, and he's found the gap. Would you believe it? So he's got a few more balls to continue his efforts, but nothing as easy as that, the one he just had. I think it will. I think the 11 will pot in. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. He seems to be putting bottom right on this, so he's trying to go to the right of the 7 ball. Coming round again. Oh dear, he's knocked another one of his balls in. So that's not helped his efforts at all. I think he's got to think long and hard about this, but you might want to try. Oh, what do you do here, Fran? I mean, if you don't want to necessarily get the 12 out, because then you're going to be freeing up the 2 ball. And right now, solids cannot run out because the 5's in the perfect spot to break out the 2, isn't it? So, what do you do? I don't think he's got a shot on the 11. But he could play the 11, at least he's freeing the 11 ball, because that's his second ball. He needs to get the 11 near the 12. Yeah. So I think this is a clever shot. He's going to just put the cue ball in the top right-hand corner of the table, put the 8 on the top rail. Oh, it's it thinner than I would have done. But that's okay. That's okay. The 11 is now out, and he's got a chance to use it to break out the 12. Now, Brian Sison, he's got a very thin cut on the 7. I think the cue ball will probably go into the 8, but he might miss the 8 and go straight into the cluster, especially if he puts a bit of draw, but he's going above centre. He's just played the bank. And now he can't play the 5, I don't think. Can he? Hard to tell. I know he can hit the 5. I know he can hit the 5, but I don't know if he can see enough of it to pot it. But his job is to get the 2 ball in the game. So maybe he'll play the 2. Oh, he could make the 5. There you go, you see. Bit misleading, the angle that we're sitting at. Now, is the 11 blocking the bank? Or can he bank that past the 11? That's the question. Because if he could, he may as well go for that. Because he's got 1 ball left now. And sometimes you're better off having a go than playing safe. I'm trying to think how he would play safe. Once he plays the 2, you see, the 12 is then out in the open. So he'd have to try and get both the 12 and the 11 safe. So I think he played safety and called safety. Maybe he's just trying to thin off the 2. Yeah, he was trying to block the 12 with it. He's left it.
Left immediate ball.
Yeah, I think he's got to take the 12 though, because if he takes the 11, that's no good. And the problem with this is the cue ball's going to go very close. Very close. He's got to just try and hit the rail before the right-hand corner pocket. Yeah, he thinks it's a bit scratchy. That's why he's not played it. I think what you've got to do here, Fran, and it's a horrible shot to have to play, but it's not too bad. You can actually get at the lower part of the cue ball where it is. So you've got to jack up a little. He's taking the 11. So now he's got to follow forward and get all the way back across, past the 2. So he's got to get a lot of topspin on this. Oh, he's dropped below it. Okay, so it goes in the top pocket. Tough shot, but it's the sort of shots that you need to make if you're going to win at this game. It's about finding the perfect pace on these, I found. Not too slow and not too hard. Now then, he's very, very close to the 8. Same pocket. No, that's not there. Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? Oh! I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I did that last night. That's almost a carbon copy of the last 10 ball I did last night when I missed the 10. And it rattled and stayed in the jaws, and the cue ball was following forward. If I'd potted the 10, I would have followed it in and scratched, but because the 10 was over the hole, I just knocked it in. And exactly the same thing has happened here. So lucky, lucky, lucky.
Oh, that was too funny, man. Oh, I jumped up like I was in a...
No, man, that bank on the 7, I didn't mean to make it. I just sat down and popped it, and it was like, it went, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking at the 5, I'm like, the 5's never going to go. I shot the 5, it went, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing
Why
here?
is he putting these balls?
What's that?
I wondered why you were putting them.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I thought there was no way these are gonna pot. I wasn't
Right.
even trying. They just fucking fell. I'm like, oh man, this is not what I wanted.
Oh, that was super, super funny, man. I
You see the
hurt
strangest
my
things.
knee jumping up. I jumped up in the air. Jesse said I looked like I was in a Toyota commercial.
Where's the
Oh,
cue
that's
ball
funny.
going?
Oh.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You did that last night with a 10 ball. That's so funny.
Not quite as dramatically as
No,
yours,
I know,
though.
yeah.
That was something I've never
I
seen.
shouldn't celebrate that kind of win,
Do you know what?
actually,
How
but
can you
know
help?
what?
You're a human.
Yeah, but still, yeah. It was.
You're a human being,
Yeah.
man. You've got emotions and a heart beating in your chest.
I
And
thought, oh, shoot. I hit it, and I was like, oh, shoot, I missed it.
I'm like, oh, no, he's overcut it.
Yeah.
And they're like, where's the cue ball? I'm like, where's the
Yeah,
cue
where's
ball
the
going?
cue ball going?
There is in snooker, Brian.
Yeah.
I need to explain this. There's a commentator called John Virgo, and he's got a load of catchphrases. And one of them is, where's the cue ball going?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wheels that one out every time he sees we call it an in-off. An in-off.
Yeah.
We don't so call it a scratch. It's
Yeah.
the cue ball goes in-off.
Yeah. Yeah. Super lucky.
Yeah,
win
man.
there. Oh, yeah, it was ridiculous.
You couldn't write it in a script. So Wayne's break came up dry for once. He's been breaking real well. And funny because the pack's really all still clustered, the stack by the triangle. But Chris is off and running. He's on the solids here. Nice shot. Just slightly lost the cue ball. May have the 6 in the side though.
Let me get our score up to date. Yeah.
Where's the white? What's the white?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to have a laugh, Cameron, you can go to the live stream of last night when we played, what were they called? Was it Intensity?
Intensity. Yeah, college.
Yeah. It's the last.
College 1 or college.
Nice shot. Nice
college
shot.
3.
Yeah.
College 3 is who we played last
Yeah,
night.
so it's the most recent stream. I believe there'll be 2 versions of it, but it's the latter one because we had disconnect and reconnect. And if you just go to the very, very end of the stream, right, you'll see the last ball potted.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that's probably what I jumped like, huh? Jump with my fist up in the air like a Anchorman commercial. Oh, I felt ridiculous as soon as I did it.
Hey, do you know what? You can't control yourself. I mean, when I did it last night, I just jumped up in the air with both my hands in the air. I'm like, oh my God, I've won. When you thought you'd lost.
Oh, nice shot. Oh, yeah, there you
wow.
go. Nice shot. Nice shot, Chris. Nice shot.
He's making these balls off the light shades right now. What a bank that was. And now he's jumping for the 3. Wow. Natural plumber reaction.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially when you got that gorilla chasing you, throwing barrels at you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I've not played Super Mario since it was on the Super Nintendo.
Well, I felt like I played the pattern right. It's just when I shot that last ball in before the 8, cue ball just went way too far forward.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit of adrenaline. Oh, unlucky.
Close, yeah.
He did a nice jump there, actually.
Yeah,
Very nicely controlled.
Cleared everything.
Yeah, and just the minimum amount of elevation. I quite like the way he played that, but couldn't quite keep it straight. I think he probably had a little bit of left English or right English on there, just swerved. So Wayne now is going for the problem ball first. That's one of the cardinal rules. Yeah, it's great. It's good to have emotions. Absolutely right. That's one of the reasons we play the game, Cam.
Yeah, for sure. Because, it's one thing like, tournament play and you watch pros and everybody's so stoic all the time. And sometimes, having a little, little zest in the, emotions and
absolutely.
so on. But that one just got the best of me. I just couldn't control myself. I thought I missed it, and I just saw the cue ball rolling towards it, and I was like, oh, it might actually knock it in, and so excited when I saw it happen.
So where's that going to finish? I think he's just stymied himself. That 15's blocked his path to the 14 ball. I don't think he's got a shot here. Actually, he's got the 9, of course, hasn't he? Just 1 second, hang on.
Wait. You want me to get there? I've got that marker. Do you want to take that triangle out? I've got that marker.
Mike's going to get a ball marker out to remove the rack. He'll probably just lift it up and slide it out, but...
So here we are. Got this 9 ball now. Just looking at those balls, I think the 15 might pass. the 13 into that centre pocket on the right side. He's tried to go into him. How's this going to work out? Well, he's got a shot at the 14, that's for sure. Super thin cut. Yeah. I mean, the 15 and 13 are now kind of blocking each other. But I think they both go in the bottom left corner if you could get the cue ball in the right spot. So the 14, you could make it in the left centre for sure. Oh, it looks like he's going in the top left. Just going to hold for the 10. Now, if he can follow forward off the 8 ball, he's going to finish in the right spot. The 15 and 13 go in the bottom left. What he's got to do, he's got to get past the 8 and just, if he can get, yeah, I think they go in the bottom left corner. But he's got to get over here on to the above and to the right. So he needs to flick off the 8. I mean, he might be able to get there without touching the 8. Yeah, he did it. It's perfect. So if he can roll the 15 in, he might have the 13 in the right centre. There it is. Oh, he's done really well here. Done really, really well. Can just drop this in, follow forward and have the 8 in the opposite centre. This is like the Wayne Crowe we know and love. Yeah. This is a very nice out from Wayne. Yeah, very nice. What's this, Cameron? I always enjoyed watching the Mike Siegels and Earl Stricklands and Efren Rays more than the real stoic serious guys. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you know, it was a totally different game. Now it's become super technical and it's a science, right? Yeah, same in the snooker world. There were the characters, Jimmy White, Whirlwind White, and Alex Hurricane Higgins. Ray Reardon, they used to call him Dracula. Dennis Taylor with his upside down glasses. There was many in the snooker world. So a nice run out there by Wayne. Puts the score at 7-4. This is the last rack of round 3. So the last break for the home team. And then we move into the final rack when the visitors will be breaking the last rotation of 4 racks. See what break Jesse's got. Going straight down the gun. 3 balls off the break. That was a solid break off, I must say. I think both of the second row. So you got the head ball, you got the next row. One went in each of the 2 centre pockets. Then another one from the back row banked all the way up in the top right. So that was a phenomenal break. Real nice. Okay, so he's looking at the solitaire, this 4 in the centre. Could try and flick out the, well, he's not done. He could have tried to break out the 6 right there. He needs to do that at some point. And I'm always of the opinion that you do it as soon as you possibly can. Yeah, he's. I think he was trying it there, but he's just kind of decelerated. Didn't get any power in the shot. So I'm not sure what he's got available here. I think he can see the 5. Whether he can see enough of it to cut it in the top right, I'm not certain. He might be able to. No, just playing safe. Trying to hide the cue ball a little bit. Very nice cut there from Oliver. Let's get this board changed. Still showing the previous names. My apologies for that. So yeah, done a very nice cut. Now he's played safe. Yeah.
Just gotta keep your eye on that chip.
Absolutely. I think he can see enough of this. Yeah, he's made it. Where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball? So the 5 will not pass, will it, Fran? So he's got to go for the 1 in the side then. And he could. Will he kiss the 8 if he cuts the 1 in, or is he going to miss the 8? No, I mean, if he cuts the 1 in the centre,
Oh, yeah.
would he flick into the 8, or do you think he'll miss it?
Hopefully he misses it, because then the 5 goes
Yeah. Well, no, if he can kiss the 8, he'll be on the 5. And also, if he kisses the 8, the 6 will be liberated. He'll spring down. But I think he's got to go for the 1 here. Question is what that tangent line is going to be. He's just trying to jack up a tad, I think, to get the cannon. I'm pretty sure he won't scratch. So I think he's coming close to hitting the 8. I think if he rolls the 1 dead weight, he'll graze the 8 on the left-hand side. Oh, he's played the bank. Look at this. Oh, dear. Yeah. I'm not sure I would have followed that route myself, but, you know, we all see the game differently, and it does, yeah. So, I mean, he could have just rolled the 5 forward and had the shot at the 6. But I think the 8's also tied up, isn't it? So, really, you do need to break that out. So, rather than trying to be very intricate and get perfect position, I think you just sometimes break them up a bit, open them up. If you've got the chance to, anyway. I think he's getting the 11 out and leaving the cue ball stuck to the 6. That was his idea. He can play this in off the 1. No, he can put the 6 into the 1 and into the pocket. For sure. Do you call that a carom or a billiard?
Oh, just a combo.
A combo. Yeah, but he's not putting the 1 in, he's putting the 6 in.
But he doesn't need to use the rail. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a carom. Is it a carom or a billiard?
Probably
Yeah.
same difference.
Same. Yeah, he can cut the 1 in here.
Because billiards is also called carambola. So
Right. Probably the same thing. That's in. How's he going to finish? How's he going to finish? Very, very close. This is super thin. I think he's got to send the cue ball up and down.
that's okay. The 8 ball's got either corner.
It has. He's got to try and go to the left of the 12 and then come back down to the right of the 12. Oh, he's drawing here. What's he doing? No, I wouldn't put. Just roll it in. That's it. There we go. Too hard. Too hard. Side pocket, yeah. Isn't it funny how we always hit them too hard? All you got to do is float it, and you know he had 6 foot of table, and he's on it all the way. Yeah, it's in. There we go. Yeah. So who's up now? Who's up? Who's up? Tell me. It is. It's me. Okay.
Testing, testing. All right. Let's see. Let's get the score up to date here. Was that number 9?
That was number 8.
That was number 8. So we got 8-4. Okay. So the score's up to date. We just got to change the players here. Okay, we're going into round 4 now, right? All right. Entering round 4. Mike and Brian. 8-4. Mike Holt versus Brian Sisson. Cameron, I don't know how old this last post was. Mike Siegel and Earl Strickland and Efren Reyes, more than the real stoic, serious guys. Oh, yeah. It is nice to see players with emotion play, for sure. A lot of them try to stay so stoic just because it helps with concentration, because it's such a high intensity game when it comes to concentration. Yeah. So, but I do agree. When there's some emotion in the game, definitely can make it more exciting, and you can root for players. That's why everybody likes the Moscone Cup so much, and now the Reyes Cup, is because you get the fans involved, and you get a lot of you get all the fans involved. Night, lads. Oh, all right. We'll see you, Cameron. Have a good night. What are you looking for? I have my glove here.
I normally hang it over there. It's not fell down.
Is it behind your phone? I do not see it.
I don't see it on the floor anywhere.
Here it is.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Brian's got a break. He's got balls down on the break. Looks like he's got a stripe and a solid down. Table's nice, wide open. This table looks good. Yeah, this table looks good. Are there any problems on the table? Not really.
It's chilly. Need a cup of tea. No, I'm all right. I've got one in the car.
Brian Cragen. Why do they have Sisson? So you have Brian's last name is incorrect. It's Brian Cragen.
Oh, is it Brian Cragen?
Yeah. Is Oliver's last name Sisson?
Yeah, I've got that.
Okay, so the last names are mixed up. So good call, Tommy. Nice catch. I don't think we're going to bother changing it right now. I think we'll just hold off. But my apologies from Mike and I. Apologies to Brian and Oliver for getting their last names wrong.
Which one's highlighted there? I can't see. Can you see which red player?
Which red player we got?
Right, so you see, I'm going to turn it off. It will, that one. So click on that one.
Uh-huh.
Right, now the name's there. No, there.
Right here, right?
Click there. Just change the surname. Got it?
Yeah, I got to make sure I got it.
Okay, so
Yep, so we got Brian's name correct.
now then, I'm going to do Oliver. Oliver. it. Change it.
Oliver Sisson, and he was a preliminary Fargo.
Well, back to Ryan.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Good,
Okay,
aren't we?
yeah, we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. And he was a preliminary. We don't have a Fargo for him. Tommy, thank you for the correction on that. All right, 4-ball a little thick, or 2-ball a little thick, little full. Wide open rack set up for Mike. So you're gonna roll forward here on that 13 to play the 12, get that ball at the top of the table taken care of now. So you're gonna play the bottom half of the table first. Monday Night APA.
Call with a rules question. Oop, nope.
Tommy, who was the other 10-ball players that you played last night? You had, Wayne was one of them on Luis's team. Who were the other two? Was it Luis and Phil? Because that's a good win against those guys. They're a tough team to beat. Phil and Luis. Okay, yeah, it's good win on you guys then. Yeah. Rob is not. Rob was on their team last year. He's not playing this season, although he is going to Las Vegas for BCA World. Rob Eckert. Is it Eckert? Rob's last name? Eppel. Rob Eppel. Yeah, he's he'll be at Vegas.
I forget why he couldn't play this season. Moving or something. Wayne was on. He was on too.
Yeah, Rob's good. He had 23 table runs last season. 10-ball. That's a pretty good accomplishment. I think Sean Murphy had 17. I'm going to check out here for 1 sec. Hold on. Hello?
Pressure's on you there, 'cause that's for the match. If you miss that,
I'm fine.
well, no, the match is over.
Okay.
You kept you guys alive.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
No, no.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. This is
I just stay slightly vulnerable. And I play it check down.
pretty straight ahead.
He deserved it. He deserved it. 1, 2. No, not these. So, yeah, it's all right. Oh.
So well played, Brian, there. Potted a really beautiful long 6-ball to set up the win. And that keeps the visitors in the match, because we were on the hill, or we are on the hill, I should say. On 8 racks, we need 9 to win the match. Now it's actually, I'm going to just update the scores here because they've not been done since I sat down. It's actually 8-5. So there are 3 racks to go, including the one we're watching. We need one of them. Names with notes need all 3. That would tie up the match at 8-all, and then we would have a tie-breaking 17th rack to decide the result. Let's hope it doesn't go that far. Although for the impartial observer, I'm sure they would like to see it go all the way for the nail-biting, thrilling finish that offers. But my night is over. It's in the hands of my teammates now. Oh, cool! You streamed the match on your Facebook page, Tom. Well, that's good. Yeah. Thanks for pointing out that thing about the surnames. I think Brian was able to correct that during my game. Yeah, Phil and Luis. Absolutely. They are a very strong team. So to beat them, Tommy, that is a real good result. As they were in second spot to On Cue 5, who now, of course, go by the name Catch Us If You Can. Just saying, Nyan's team is called Catch Us If You Can now. Yeah. Nice shot there for Brian. He's drawn back really beautifully into the little gap here. He's got a choice now. 6-ball, 2-ball, 5's waiting. The 3 is available into that same left corner. Just the 4 is a little tricky. So he's given himself a nice angle. He could actually play up for the 3 now if he wanted. I quite like that, playing for the 3 now, because you could actually put the 3 onto the 5. Whereas if you take the 6 and then you take the 5, I don't think it does. I think you'd have to play a combo. But I kind of like getting on the 3 now. Yeah, you see, I think he may have just stitched the 3 up. Look at his face. Yeah, he's pulled his face, so that means he's done it. So you see, if he'd have played for the 3 net, then he would have had no problem. Now he's had to break it out, and he's not on it. He's not on the 4 either. So unless he can come up with something miraculous, you know, all he can see is that yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Very difficult, but no, he's got to go for the corner. Yeah, it will go. I mean, if we hang on a minute. I think he's just playing safe myself. Oh no, that's a stroke. Big stroke. It's going, but it's just not got the legs. If he hit that harder, it might have gone, you know. I'm just going to pause this for a second. I've just got to go and get my battery. Making his way through the stripes now. Let's change the names on the board would help. It's actually Brian versus Chris here. Oh, but he's just missed that. Now, Brian needs to develop this 4-ball. Yeah, it's pointless playing the 3. What he could do, he could try and cross bank the 4 in the left centre pocket. It's a bit thin and a bit tricky. He's now looking to see if he pots the 3, he can leave himself that tiny window between the 8 and the 11. I'm not sure it's the correct shot, to be honest. It's such a no, he's looking at playing the 3 and leaving a gap between the 11 and the 8 to get at the 4 and put it down here. So he's got to leave it on a 6, on a dime, basically. Tiny, tiny margin of error. Where's the cue ball going? Okay, he's got a nice angle here, can do the bank. This is quite favourable. I tried to play for a bank like this earlier and I left it short, and my bank was nowhere near. No, the 8 will go in the side. He'll come round for the 8 in the side. If he can make this, though, he needs to make the bank here. No, he just overhit it, overcut it. Needs to hit it a little bit more full in the face. And unfortunately, he's put the cue ball. Yeah, I think, yeah. Enough said about that shot, the better. It's still going. There's Brian's. I believe he snookered himself on the 12 here, because that was a nice shot actually. And he's trying the kick here. Oops, pardon me. Well, he's hit it okay. But what has he left, Brian? So come on now, Brian. Steel yourself here. 2 pots away from the match. And there it is. And I think this is looking pretty good now. So this 8-ball gives us 9, the magic 9. Thanks, Brian.
Testing. All right. Okay. Spin Doctors got the victory tonight. Right now, the current score is 9-5. We have 2 more matches left. No, we have 3 more matches. No, we have 2 more matches left. We have Wayne Crow and Jesse Sturm. And right now, let's get these score here set up right. We got Wayne playing Oliver. Wayne and Oliver. In the whole first half of this match, we had Oliver and Brian. Their last names, we had them mixed up. So it was actually Oliver Sisson and Brian Kagan. Ooh, big heavy draw there from Oliver. Tommy, you, I don't know how long ago you sent that on the chat, but yeah, you streamed on Facebook last night. Yeah, so I've been watching those. Been watching some of them. I watched a little bit of one of the College 4 matches last night that was also being streamed. So it was College 4, and they were playing O Billiards 2. So watched a match. Watched Jared and Linda Fizz play. They went hill. It was a good match, though. Real good match. Both of them were shooting well. Linda almost had the win on that. Ended up missing the 9-ball on the hill match. Long shot, 9-ball down the rail. But put up a good fight against Jared. Ryan looking pretty good. Should be able to stun around the 8 and the 11. Yeah, nice shot. Oh, coming in a little tight on it. Coming in a little tight. He does have a shot in the side pocket. Cue ball's going to stay down on the bottom of the table, though. Cue ball pretty much end up right where it's at right now if he goes for that side pocket shot. I don't think he'll scratch. It is, well, maybe he will. That angle, it might be scratchy. Yeah, it is kind of scratchy. That was a nice shot. Nice shot, Oliver. I think he's just going to kind of punch down here off the end rail, end up playing the 15. Yeah, playing the 15. Got a little flat here. Could just stop shot, take the long shot. Stop shot gives him shape. It's gonna actually got a touch of an angle here to float out to the middle of the table just a little bit. Yeah. And there's another miscue there, but still made the ball. think those miscues are a result of him used to using a much larger stroke on a bigger table. In here, he's trying to back off on the stroke a little bit, trying to have the same shot effects, but trying to downgrade the stroke. So he's getting, having those miscues. Oh, overcut. Overcut. Wayne's sitting pretty flat. Stop shot gives him the 8 in the corner pocket. Do a stop shot or a drag shot. Let that cue ball roll forward just a little bit. That's the simplest way to shape. Or he can draw back. Be a little more assertive, draw back, shoot the 8 in the bottom right corner. Yeah, he went for the side pocket. And there was a little angle there, it looked like. This will put Spin Doctors at 10. Oh, and he missed it. A little bit of a soft decelerating type shot. Needed just a little more assertiveness maybe in the stroke. Hard to say what happened there, but threw it with some English maybe. High rolling cue ball, and it's gonna not necessarily cost him the game yet. Oliver's got a decision to make here, whether he wants to play the two-way with the bank, or if he wants to go for the all-in sellout for the cut. All in or sell out, or two-way the bank. Just don't come up long on the bank and you should be able to stay safe. Oh, but he put so much power in it. He really cranked that ball. So, anyway, we got, that's unfortunate for Oliver. So this is the last match of the night here. And the score right now is 10-5. And it is going to be Jesse against Phil. Got a little Alice in Chains playing in the background. Late 90s music is always good to listen to. Actually, this is more early 90s. This is mid 90s. This is like 93, 94 maybe. 93, I'd say. I was in Puerto Rico when this song, "Man in the Box" by Alice in Chains. When that song came out, I was in Puerto Rico in the Navy, and it was on all the time. This and the Aerosmith album, with "Crazy" and "Love in the Elevator" and all those songs. That Aerosmith album was like big album, and when I was in Puerto Rico. Dry break for Phil. Philip, if nobody knows, the name Philip actually means, I don't remember where it comes from, but Philip means horse lover. Little non-relevant, trivial information. Philip is a man who loves horses. They would be called a Philip. Take me away. All right, Jesse laying up with the safe here. Nice jump. Didn't get the pot, but it's a great jump. Better than ball in hand, always. Jesse just holding steady with the safes. Just going to wait this out. It's a good decision. He really wants to get the cue ball on the upper half of the table to go for the out. It's not good to try to go for the out. For the stripes here, it's not good to try to go for the out with the cue ball on the low side of the table. You want to be on the high side of the table for sure. You can shape all three balls from the high side of the table. And the 8's out in the open, so. And that is the ideal location for Jesse to run this out. Hello from across the hall. Hayes, where are you at, Hayes? Where is across the hall? Are you here in the pool hall? Yeah, Jesse's got, that was the ideal layout for Jesse. Get above, get on that high side of the table, could shape all three balls with pretty much just subtle stop shots. And here he's got one long tester left for the 8. This is to end the match. This is to send the final score 11-5. And Jesse nails it. 11-5, Spin Doctors. I'm Brian Ruley. This is Moth-Like TV. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed what you've seen here tonight. And I hope everybody has a great night. The final score here, 11-5, Spin Doctors. Names with notes put up a good fight. It was a good matchup, and we did well. And there's Mike Holt. All right, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now. Oh, I just turned the stream off. Yeah. It's still recording. I'm going to stop recording.